y'all, let's get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, y'all, so we're just gonna jump right into the nitty gritty of it all. So let's get into Angela with her therapist discussing her and Charles. So Angela's meeting with her therapist, Wendy, and we're getting right into some juice about her and Charles. She says that Charles will always attract women because of his wealth and his fame. It's low-key given my man is always gonna be cheating, and I'm just not here for that. Angela also mentions that her real estate business is not doing well, and the therapist is like, what's going on? Angela discloses that she's in the hole financially regarding these properties, and Charles is not going to be funding things anymore. My thing is I never understood why she bought that many properties in the first place, but maybe that's just me. I just wasn't following why we can't do one or two at a time, why we got to get like 4 or 5 properties. That was just bad business in my mind. But yeah, she said Charles is not funding her anymore. He said, there's too much money, honey. Too much money. I'm not getting any output. I'm done. And I'm glad he put his foot down, because y'all just at this point wasting money. So moving on, let's get into Shamea's showcase. She ends up having a showcase. She invites all the ladies. Of course, with Lonnie's passing, Porsha is not there. So, Porsha ain't there for a very valid reason. Moving on, though, Shamea has a showcase. And let's just say it was very eventful. It was very interesting. Let's just get into it. So, all the ladies show up. They're sitting front row. I believe Cynthia was there for just a sneak little peek. But then she had to go catch a flight. Now, Shamea's outfits were giving real throwback. Real throwback. I don't really know why we went so far back. The vibe was definitely giving early 2000s. But, that's Shamea's style. So it is what it is. Drew, of course, is throwing shade about Shamea's voice. She's like, is the mic on? Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. I'm just kind of like, now, Drew, let's not act like y'all not on the same level. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. But the showcase was cute. It was cute. She showed off a lot of her songs. It was low-key giving a mini concert. Miss Pat opened up. Shamea definitely spent some money on this, y'all. She definitely spent some money. But, you got to invest in yourself. So, shout out to Shamea, showing the girls how it's done. But, yeah, let's move on. After Shamea's showcase, all the ladies are gathered around. Angela is chit-chatting, and she's talking about how she invited all of them to her charity event, which is going to be at the end of this episode. Yeah. So the ladies are like, yeah, we're coming. And Angela is basically like, can y'all promote, on your social medias? And I don't know how the topic gets brought up, but they're like, how many followers you got, Kelly? And Kelly's like, 100 and some thousand. And then Britt chimes in and is like, you must have bought the last 80,000. Like, you bought followers, basically. So after the show, Angela's inviting everybody to her charity event, which is going to be at the end of the episode. But let's get into what really was going down after this show. So Shamea ends up talking to Britt, and she's like, girl, why did you tell Porsha that I was showing you text messages? Like, I was never showing you text messages. And Britt's like, yes, you were. You're a liar. Like, whoop-de-whoop. So they going back and forth. And then Britt basically says that she insinuates that Shamea was lying, or not being so forthcoming about what was really going on with her daughter when they were in Grenada, and she was just using that as an excuse to get, screen time, basically, is what I was getting from it. And my thing is, Britt, you're one to talk. Like, let's not. On top of that, why bring up the kids? Like, there was no need to bring up the kids at all. So I wasn't feeling it. Keep that between y'all two. But, Shamea's hot at this point. She's hot at this point. Shamea claps back. She's calling Britt a pill. And, they going back and forth. And I was kind of like, okay, Shamea, this is what we've kind of been waiting on. A little big dog now. That's what we've been waiting on a little bit. But, yeah, Shamea wasn't having it. And she ends up leaving Britt in the dust, basically, in that moment. Let's move on. Let's get into the charity event. Angela and Charles' charity event. It was really cute. It was giving gala. Everybody was dressed nice. Everybody looked good. So 10s to the cast for dressed in the part. 10s. So Angela ended up inviting that random man who ambushed her at Kelly's event a few episodes back. She ends up inviting him to the charity event in order to clear her and Charles's name of any cheating scandal, and basically to expose who hired him to come to Kelly's event. So everybody's just like, okay, this is a little weird because this is supposed to be y'all charity gala. What are we doing? This is getting a little ghetto. Like, what are we doing right now? As the man we shown our name is about to get into it, telling the girls the juice, Charles, I guess, spots him from across the room, and he comes over all big bad and it's like, You got to get up out of here. You can't be up in here. You got to go. And he making a big old scene. And Angela's being super dramatic. Like, this is where it was giving soap opera. I'm like, what is going on? Angela's like, no, he's with me. He stays. It was just very strange, y'all. I was just like, Angela, this is giving made up. But let's continue. Angela's grabbing on Marcus and she's telling Charles, trust me. And Charles is like, you know what? Unmic me. Take my mic off. This is getting too much. Like, I don't even understand what's going on right now. I'm out. So Charles gets demiked. He's out. And we bring men we shall not name back into the scene. And Angela is just basically like, okay, so tell the group. Who told you? Who hired you? And he's kind of acting weird and strange. He's already been acting weird and strange. Like, I don't even know why she gave this man camera time. Crazy to me. But he says Phaedra. He says Phaedra hired me and that we met, and he starts bringing up his cousin or somebody named Junebug who was supposed to be getting the information from him to Phaedra. It was just a very intricate, crazy story that sounded like when your grandma calls something a story, like a lie. It made no sense whatsoever. And I couldn't believe this is what we was doing for the season finale. I couldn't believe it. He then even adds on that Phaedra is the Godfather of Atlanta. Like, y'all, it was just getting more crazy and crazy as the episode was going on. I'm like, I cannot believe this is what we're doing right now, production. It just felt super produced. I couldn't believe this is what we was doing. But of course, Phaedra, she's denying. Britt's on Phaedra's side. She's like, Phaedra would never do that. Like, the rest of the ladies are just cackling, just like in shock. Like, what are we talking about right now? But yeah, Phaedra is, she's denying it. She's standing 10 toes that she did not do that. So while Phaedra and Angela are going back and forth, it's a side conversation between Shamea, Britt, and Porsha about the whole Britt claiming Shamea showed her text messages. Shamea's like, Portia's like, how did that go? And Shamea's like, I wanted to be her SSA. This was so funny to me. And Britt's just like, girl, bye. And Shamea's like, you threaten people with pew-pews, you. It was so funny to me. Shamea was done with Britt at this point. You could tell she was over it, especially after bringing up her child. I don't care which way you can slice it or dice it. Her child was brought up, period. At that point, Britt is storming off. She's like, take my mic off. I'm done. I don't want to be around these ladies. Like, she's telling her husband, Mike, Matt, whatever his name is, I don't want to be here no more. So they indeed mic'd. Shamea going off in the back. Angela and Phaedra still going at it. It was a lot going on. And that's pretty much how the season wrapped, y'all. Like, that is the final episode. That's how it wrapped. Yeah. So it was definitely a lot going on. This episode, I give it like probably a 8 out of 10. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad episode. It was just a lot happening, and some of it felt a little orchestrated, but that's reality TV for you. But yeah, y'all, drop down in my comments. Let me know how y'all were feeling about this episode, whose side you are on. Are you team Angela? Are you team Phaedra? Are you team Britt? Are you team Shamea? Let me know in the comments what y'all are thinking, and let me know how y'all think the reunion's gonna be tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in my next video.